We are back with Scott Braddock talking about preparing for your future financially. This person's asking, I have heard if you take a loan against your 401k and then you lose your job, you need to pay that loan off at once. Is that true?
Right. So what we need to understand is that, yes, we can borrow from our 401k. However, there are some negatives to doing that. And one of the negatives is you are on a really strict repayment plan. And if you do separate ties from that company, remember that 401k is that company's plan. So when you separate ties from that company, that is immediately going to change the arrangement for payment that you have with them, and you're going to have to pay it back much faster.
Okay. Next question, are taxes automatically taken out of a traditional IRA? When are you forced to take out the money from the IRA?
Right. So as we take money from the 401k, that is when we take taxes. As far as being forced to take money from the IRA, that's going to happen at a certain age, and it depends on the year in which you were born. If you were born prior to 1960 at this point and you have not reached the age of 73, then age 73 is the requirement age for that distribution. If you were born 1960 or after, as of right now, it's going to be at age 75 that you will take that mandatory distribution. And it's a formula based on your life expectancy and the total value of that IRA or 401k, and that computes how much you need to take out each year. And remember, each year they make you take out more.
Can you make a direct payment to someone from your IRA without having to pay taxes on the withdrawal?
Not unless it's a charity, right? So if it's a church, which is considered a nonprofit organization or a charity, that would allow you to bypass taxes. The only vehicle that retirement vehicle that would allow you to do that and not pay taxes is going to be that Roth.
Okay. All right. So you hear people all the time say, well, at least I'm going to have my Social Security check. Is the Social Security check enough to live on?
You know, you have some wonderful viewers and some excellent questions, and this is a real misconception that when you retire, that Social Security is going to be there to cover your working years' income, right? That's not the case. Social Security was designed to cover about 40% of what you were making while working, and most folks want to have at least 80% of their wages while they were working. So what that means is that we have to do some good saving. There's no magic wand out there, so we have to save and put money away for retirement. It's crucial. And at that time, when you are ready to retire, you have to find a way to turn enough of that retirement money into the income that you need, because you're going to have a shortfall. Social Security will not cover it all. You will have a shortfall. The sooner you meet with a financial planner that can help you sort of put together a written game plan and map this out for you long term, the much better opportunity you're going to have the desired retirement that you want.
Yeah, you mentioned the magic thing, the magic plan, and I do think everybody just wants the magic combination for saving for retirement. So what is it?
You know, there really isn't a magic plan out there. The secret, I'll tell you the secret. The secret is you have to save. You have to put money away. I encourage folks to try to save between 10 to 15% of their income. And I know for some folks that's really hard. I get that. But find a way, even if it's $20 taken out of your paycheck that goes directly to a savings account. If you don't see it, hey, it's really hard to spend money you don't see. And start small. Start with $20 and then build up. But there is no magic wand. I can help folks, but they have to do the hard part, and that's save money, put money aside. I can help with building budgets and give some good advice. And a lot of this advice I've learned from my most successful clients. And so this works. This works, but we have to put in the effort.
And we have about a minute left. I know some people would be like, well, why can't I just figure it out by myself? But these are things that are complicated.
Well, they are complicated. And yes, we have the internet, right? And there's a lot of information on the internet, but it's hard to cut through the noise and find the information that is going to be pertinent to you and your unique financial situation. And there's not only strategies and options that you're not aware of, but there's also pitfalls that you want to avoid. And sometimes the pitfalls are the more catastrophic things that can happen to affect us financially. And that's where working with a financial professional that understands and is aware of a lot of these pitfalls and options, solutions is exactly why you need to work with someone. You know, you don't know what you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, so true. We've heard that before. We thank you for your time and your expertise. If you missed any of this conversation, it's going to be in the 2 Wants to Know section of our website. WFMY News 2 at 6 is coming up next.